Yo! Ellen Grace Page, the absolute legend. Explain to me how I got to meet the damn legend of the gays, the queen of the gays. Yep, Ellen Grace Page. That is darn tootin' damn right, buddy. She actually was like a big part of me coming out, especially as an openly gay woman. Ellen Page came to Toronto for the Toronto International Film Festival. I was at one of the hot spots during the Toronto International Film Festival. Oh my god, the tongue twister. It was a building that was being used for, I think, a media platform that was doing interviews. I get there and I ask one of the I think it was either an autograph hound, like a fan or a paparazzi, like it was one of the damn people who are doing exactly what we're doing. So I was like, oh, like who are we waiting for? And the guy goes, oh, it's like Ellen Page. He says it casually because he was a straight damn tootin' darn tootin' heterosexual male. I, on the other hand, my eyes go wide. My mouth drops. I was like, you're kidding. Like, she's Canadian, but she's, for me, like hardly ever here. Well, she, like kind of, but like not really. And I was like, I need to meet her. Like, I literally need to meet the legend. Suddenly, the doors of this building open up. Her team starts to slowly come out. I'm shaking. I don't really get starstruck, but I'm shaking because I idolize Ellen Page. Like, she was a huge part of my coming out, especially as an openly gay woman, an activist for the LGBT community. Like, she speaks on our behalf. So I'm staring and like, oh my god, I just remember being literally like frozen. Suddenly, the hounds, the paps, the fans all start chanting, Ellen, please, can we get day, can we get this, can we get that? And I'm frozen. But I was like, and then I like literally, I was like, George, snap out of it, bucko, like you're about to meet your queen. Like talking to myself, basically, I'm literally like, okay, I have to be dramatic, I have to be a little bit extra, I have to be myself. How am I going to get her attention if I'm blending in with the crowd of the damn heterosexual basics? Obviously, I have to stand out, like I have to show her that, hi, I am basically like you. She's signing autographs, she's being super sweet. Like Ellen Page is known to be very sweet. So I start screeching, I'm literally crying, I'm literally screaming, I'm literally chanting, I'm like, queen. I was like, Ellen, and she like turns around to me, she's like, hey, and I'm like, you are a icon. And she looks at me, she's like, thanks man, like so casual. And I'm literally like, no babe, you don't understand. I was like, you are literally my legend. And she starts giggling and she's like, did you want to come take a picture? I was like, oh, of course I did. So I start to like walk to her, I'm like, and then people are throwing autographs in front of me. I'm like, buddy, wait, literally just take a seat, breathe. That's all I had to say to the people. Like sometimes, not all the hounds, but like a lot of them are literally psychotic. And she's being sweet. She like pushes one of the guys. She's like, yo, hold on. And he looks, he's like, sorry, Ellen. And he backs off. And I look and I'm like flipping my non-existent hair. And I'm literally like, right, back up. And then, so we take our picture. I was like, Ellen, do you mind if and like I always talk about this because I like to like find the good lighting. Obviously, if the sun's hitting this way, you're gonna face the sun, you're not gonna face it the other way because then there's gonna be like a shadow. So I'm like, do you mind if we find like sleigh lighting? And she looks at me and I maybe, unless I like mumbled it, she goes, she starts giggling, she's like, wait, what did you want to do? And I'm like, oh, I just want to find like sleigh lighting. She's like, the what lighting? And I was like, oh, like sleigh, like good lighting. And she's like, okay, that's what I thought you said, but I wasn't sure because she's like, I started giggling. She's like, I think I knew what you meant, but I wasn't sure. And I was like, no, sleigh as in like, let's find like the good lighting. She's like, babe, do this. I'm holding my phone. This woman literally grabs me by my shoulders and we're together, like she's in the back, she's like posing for the picture, but she's like, she's moving me, finding the lighting. I was laughing, I'm literally like, yes, and she's like, are you finding like the good lighting? And I was like, yeah. So we like finally get to the sun, like facing the sun, and she's like, how's this? And I was like, babe, this slays. And she goes, what is it? And she finds the word slay so funny. She's like, what? And she's like, it slays. And she's like, it slays. So sweet. Like I remember my queen literally being so friendly with me. And then she turns to me, she's like, what's your name? Puts out her hand and goes, what's your name? And I'm like, oh my god, Ellen, it's such a pleasure to meet you. I was like, my name is George. I just want to tell you that you are iconic. I grew up literally being inspired by you, babe. And she was like, I love that. She's like, thank you so much. Like, I'm happy that you got to meet, like, what, you know, like, I forget, like, now, but, like, it was just, like, the basic, like, I'm happy to meet you kind of thing. And I was like, yes, thank you for stopping for pictures. Thank you for being so sweet. I will see you maybe later. And she's like, yeah, like, are you going to be sticking around for TIFF? And I was like, oh, absolutely, baby cakes. And she's like, okay, then I'm bound to probably see you. Anyways, that is the story of me meeting absolute legend, Ellen Iconic Grace Page. For anybody who's watching me, if anybody's ever down to watch me, I will talk to y'all in the next video. TTYLs.